we talk about energy engineering and renewable energy, and study programs offered by two German renowned universities, 𝘱𝘢𝘪𝘥 Rheinwald, University of Applied Sciences, and 𝘱𝘢𝘪𝑜ffenburg. We have, so the today's order is also in terms, we start with bachelor's, and then you could smoothly already now plan your future with master's program as well. And today's session is offered by German University, which is a large database of English short study programs. So right now you can see there are more than 3,700 programs. If you want to study in Germany partially or fully in English, you are welcome to search for the desired programs through the Study Finder, which has lots of filters. You can combine different options so that the search is more, it's faster and also to the point, and then you are seeing a program which is also according to your criteria. Usually it's about the English language or German language, work experience, etc., etc. So this is how it works. You can also find very interesting and useful articles on our page. Those are free of charge, and they include important details, country-specific information, scholarships, which is always very interesting. I believe today's audience is international, so in case visa is something that rings a bell, then maybe you need to also have some information about that, so you can see those articles. But there are more articles, for example, about motivation letter, how to study bachelor's in Germany, master's in Germany, etc., etc. So feel free to check them out. And of course, to stay connected, we have webinars, and we have like two groups, so to say, general and subject webinars. Today is one of the subject webinars when we have guest speakers from German universities, and we always appreciate, dear guests, your time for joining and introducing your programs personally. And at the same time, we have general webinars when we try to answer your broader questions. For example, tomorrow there is one about studying in Germany. We also have webinars about visa, scholarship, UniAssist. So there, usually my colleague Mari is covering broader information about, for example, how to register on UniAssist, etc., etc. And there again, it's the same format. We are answering your questions live. And of course, our team, quite international, and happy to help you on your way to Germany. This is like two views. We have international team members and also German team members, so you have this broader perspective of how to settle in Germany as an expat. All right, now more closer to today's topic, which is energy engineering and renewable energy. I believe you have already searched for programs in this regard, but if not, usually you need to go to a first filter, which is subject, and then you select both of them. So energy engineering, renewable energy, and the first breakdown will be into bachelor and master, very natural, and then you can go to requirements, and in case you are not right now ready to start with German, you could select English-only programs, but I believe everybody will encourage you to acquire some German level while you're in the country, because it also will come naturally. And then you can do, if you click on English-only options, you see 15 English-only bachelor's and 89 English-only master's programs. However, there are much more filters, for example, program features in terms of work experiences required or not, specific English, IELTS, TOEFL degrees, levels, and so on. If you don't know, is Germany a correct destination for studying energy engineering or renewable energy? We have subject pages for that, where you can see overall situation, how it feels studying these subjects in Germany. You find information about rankings, tuition fees, application, admission, general requirements, and of course language requirements as well. We always advise you to select program according to your study program profile and not be guided only by city names or rankings, because programs are much more than only single cities or rankings. Super briefly about the universities, because from the introduction you also heard that there are universities and universities of applied sciences, and internationals are not that familiar with this differentiation because it's not that common for all countries. And I want to just briefly mention that universities in Germany are usually offering programs that are more research and theory oriented, while universities of applied sciences tend to offer programs that are more application and practice oriented. There were differences about PhDs in past, however, now both types, so to say, do offer PhD programs and also can provide this title. Additional suggestion would be to searching for study program profiles by subject, not program name, because not all programs are like named exactly Master in Energy Engineering or Bachelor in Energy Engineering and so on. So, so that you don't miss out interesting programs, we advise you to search by subject first, and then you can narrow down your search by program name as well. All right. Now I would like to give the virtual mic to Professor Dr. 𝘱𝘢𝘳𝘵𝘪𝘀, who will talk about Bachelor's in Science, Environment and Energy. And you see it's not directly the title of the program, so that's why I would advise you to search by subject. 𝘱𝘢𝘪𝘥𝘪𝘯𝘨 location is on the map right side, and on the short outlook for program is on the left side. However, I'm sure Professor has more details to share. And I stop sharing the screen and go behind this.
Also, thank you very much for the nice introduction, Nino. And yeah, welcome to all of you. My name is 𝘱𝘢𝘷𝘦𝘳𝘴𝘪𝘯𝘨. I hope you can now see the slides. So, also, as already mentioned, I'm a professor at the University Rhein-Waal. And probably I should already mention one thing first. Our University of Applied Science is located in two places, in 𝘗𝘓, which is a city near the border to the Netherlands, sorry, but also in 𝘗𝘓𝘕𝑚-𝘱𝑡. And our degree program is taught at 𝘗𝘗𝘕𝑚-𝘱𝑡, which is near to the Rhine-Ruhr area. So also we are a little bit more to the south and a little bit more to the east compared to what you saw on the map directly. So I have the honor today to present our degree program. And yeah, in our degree program, I have just to look how to move further. That was it, sorry. The head of our degree program since September 2024 is my colleague, Professor Dr. 𝘱𝘢𝘪𝘥𝘪𝘯𝘨. He's also, besides being a head of our degree program, he's the director of the Green Fab Lab. You may have heard about fabrication labs. That's one way to involve people in making things, fabricating things, also offering many types of tools, 3D printing machines, programming, and so on for making new things. But here in the Green Fab Lab, we also concentrate on green technology. A little bit comes later about the Green Fab Lab. Yeah, also environmental science and ecology is a very important topic besides energy. I'm more involved in the energy part. My colleague 𝘱𝘢𝘪𝘥𝘪𝘯𝘨 is more involved in the environmental part. And the target is to that you should become experts not of one topic, but in a cross-sectional way. Also, the aims of our degree program, Environment and Energy, are you should have a sound knowledge of the basics of natural science, environmental science, engineering, and economy. And you should be able to apply this knowledge both in environmental sciences and energy technologies in different fields. So also the idea is you should be able to find sustainable solutions for actual challenges. So you are not an expert in one place, but you have cross-sectional knowledge, which should enable you, for example, to discuss with electrical engineers, to discuss with environmental activists, and also with business people, and yeah, understand their issues, understand their requirements, and find sustainable solutions. Sustainable meaning the solution is good for the planet, good for people, but also either generate some profit or at least you get some financing for it. So that is, job options would be, for example, energy consultancy and management, evaluation of sites and renaturation, engineering, construction industry, public service, for example, pollution control or monitoring of environmental data. How do we teach? Lectures is very, very common in universities, but for us also important are seminars. And we are very proud, we have very nice labs. So our students have also the chance to work in labs and to make their own experiments, to evaluate them and to test them. Additionally, we have also excursions. So for example, in Friday in 1 week, I go with students to an incineration plant, looking at waste incineration and how is energy produced from burning waste. So going a little bit more into detail into environment, as environmental science is of course about ecosystems. It's about environmental factors shaping them. That could be abiotic factors, also non-living, earthquakes, geological happenings, but of course also biotic means caused by living systems. So the ecology is the science of systems of interaction between different organisms and of course between organisms and the environment. Also, anthropogenic impacts on complex systems are part of ecological science. Also, for example, by pollution, we change ecological systems the other way around in a positive way. Remediation, also for example, removing pollution, or for example, also removing urban land or reactivate land, making it a natural habitat again. Natural cycles of matter is a very big topic. Also, the carbon cycle is one of the big challenges today. You know, the carbon dioxide content of the atmosphere is increasing. Reason for that is burning of fossil fuels. So carbon dioxide, which was trapped millions of years ago as carbon in form of coal, in form of oil, in form of natural gas, now this carbon is set free again in a much, much shorter time than it was trapped the million years ago. So to find alternatives to burning fossil energy, renewable energy, also for example, wind, photovoltaic, that is also a big topic, but here we concentrate more on the environmental part. In the energy part, then of course, one big topic is energy technology. How is energy produced? How is energy be transformed? Using fossil fuels, nuclear power, but of course also renewable energy. Also here on this side, you see a steam turbine. The steam turbine could be operated in a coal power plant, then you would burn coal. But of course, steam turbines are also used in power plants using biogas or using wood as renewable material for producing electricity and heat. Energy efficiency is a big topic because even if we take wind or sun, then we want to use it efficiently and we need to be careful with that. So as energy efficiency for transformation of heat to kinetic energy and electricity, but also for using renewable energy, for example, photovoltaic power plants, for example, wind power plants, or for example, when you think about biomass, then in incineration plants. So environmental impacts of energy production, they are very severe when we use fossil fuels because of the mining, because of the production of the oil, because of the production of the natural gas, but of course also wind power plants have an impact on the environment, for example, on bats or birds. Photovoltaic power plants could have an effect on the environment, for example, if they are not installed on roofs, but the big installations, for example, on arable land. So also here we need also to consider the impacts. And of course, climate change, pollution, and water management is also here a big topic. By the way, climate change hits also when we have droughts. Also we saw, for example, in 2022, a very severe drought, which led to there was not enough water in the river to operate nuclear power plants or coal power plants, which need the river water for cooling. Also here we have a very significant interaction between environment and energy. So, and of course, yes, impact on biodiversity, last not least. Our study program is organized in 4 columns. One column is data analysis and processing. One column is natural science and applied ecology. One column is engineering, and the last column is economics and business administration. So as engineering, I think, is hopefully clear. As energy is related to engineering. Wind power plants, photovoltaic power plants, there you have a big part of physics and engineering inside. Environment is related to biology, cycles of matter, but also to chemistry and, for example, also to evaluation of ecosystems. We need to process many, many data. For that, we need statistics. For that, we need mathematics. And for that, it's very, very helpful if you have some knowledge in programming. So as here you find also, for example, the fundamentals of scientific programming, helping you to tackle the high amounts of data. I said already, financing is a topic, and this is addressed in economics and business administration. As here you learn about the basics in economics, but you learn also about legal fundamentals and, of course, also project management. So our university, as I have stated already, is located at 2 locations. One is in 𝘗𝘓, near to the city of Nijmegen at the Dutch border, and the other city is 𝘗𝘓𝘕𝘓, where our degree program is located, near to the Rhine-Ruhr area. We have 6,700 students roundabout, and 44% of these students are international students. That's quite special for a German university. The reason for that is that 75% of our degree programs are taught in English. That means also you can, in principle, learn only in English. Also everything in our English degree programs is in English. Nevertheless, we advise you to also concentrate on learning some German. And I should go back one moment. We have also elective courses in the 4th and in the 5th semester. That is here, optional subjects. And in the optional subjects, you could also choose German language courses. So, also aus university, yes, for faculties, I'm active in the faculty communication and environment, and here is also our degree program located. Otherwise, we have 3 other faculties which are located in 𝘗𝘓. Our motto is deeply rooted in the Lower Rhine, yet connected to the world. So here is an impression of our campus in 𝘗𝘓𝘕𝘓. As you see here, one of the lecture buildings. Here you see a building where seminary rooms, labs, and so on are located. And here you see some students discussing and having fun. So also our degree program, I present today environment and energy. If you want to continue, we would have also a master program, information engineering and computer science. And our campus is in 𝘗𝘓𝘕𝘓, has also additionally dorms, also that means apartments for students, where you could apply for and have a very comparably cheap living. So also here, that's the central campus, but a little bit to this side, we have also the Green Fabrication Lab, where we work on sustainable fabrication. And on the campus itself, we have also one of the biggest fabrication labs in Europe. So we are very international. That means also we have a Center for Internationalization and Languages. that's for you of interest, because in the first place here, we work also much on international partnerships. So if you want to, for example, also to study somewhere else besides at our nice university, there you would have the chance also to go as exchange student, for example, to United States, to Latin America, or some other of our partner universities. And this center, also the Center for Internationalization and Languages, offers also German, English, Spanish, and other language courses, as well as the coordination and of exchange and funding programs. And yeah, new internationalization formats are also a topic. We have a welcome center, and this welcome center has specifically also the task to help students from other countries, to get at home in Germany. So also here, the Welcome Center helps you with bureaucracy. They give you online support or support in person when you have specific questions. They offer video tutorials. They offer language tandems. That would be, for example, that they pair international students with German students. So the German students can learn your language. You as international student can learn more German. We have mentoring programs and also offer student events, for example, in the Freshers Week, that is before the lecture time starts. We give introduction to the degree programs. We give introduction to how is the campus organized, the library, and other important institutions for studying. So our library is now really big. Also we have 820,000 electronic books. We have several printed journals, and of course we have also the traditional books. So here, also besides guided library tours, catalog training, you can also research yourself, make individual groups, and of course can also join the guided tours or other introductions to the library. So also here, that would be also your chance, for example, get access to scientific literature for term papers, for presentations, and last not least, for your bachelor thesis. We have a student advisory service, which is again helping German and international students, for example, when you have financial questions in the admission process, choosing a degree program, you are active on that already, but also exam info, special requirements, for example, do we have many internships? Also here, for example, in the 5th or 6th semester, we ask you to either go abroad for studying or to make an internship where you apply your knowledge, what you have learned up to this time in job life, and of course, broaden your knowledge. So they would help you when you have psychological problems, if you have problems in enrollment. And for example, also they would give you advice when you want to continue after bachelor thesis as master program, or what I do not hope, you want to change the degree program. So as a university, we are an interdisciplinary and international university, both in the degree program Environment and Energy, as well as in the whole university. And we would really very much like to welcome you at our university. And if you have questions here, please feel to ask now.
Thank you very much, Professor Böder, for the presentation and details. I believe we will have also fruitful discussion about the Q&A questions. But before that, by the way, dear attendees, I have posted the YouTube channel from Hochschule Rheinwald because they also have virtual campus tour there. In case you want to see it already now, yeah, you could have a look. But before that, I still need your attention because we have another wonderful guest, 𝘱𝘢𝘳𝘕𝘂, who will be talking about now master's program in renewable energy and data engineering from Offenburg University of Applied Sciences. Once again, the location is quite different now, but let's listen to Vera. I believe she will have more details to share with us.
Thank you very much, Nino. So can you see my presentation? Okay, wonderful. Yeah, so hello everybody. Well, I don't see you unfortunately, but welcome to Offenburg University. I will talk about renewable energy and data engineering today. My name is 𝘱𝘢𝘳𝘕𝘂. I'm head of our graduate school. It's not working. How can I?
It should be either from the cursor, you can
Yeah.
click on, yes.
Here, yeah, okay, thank you. So, as you saw, we are located in the south, also in the Rhine Valley. Yeah, but near to Switzerland and France. Very nice region, a little bit different than Rhine-Waal because we have some mountains in Rhine-Waal. It's nothing, it's flat. Yeah, that's the difference, but it's very nice. I come from this region. So, well, to give you another look on where we are in the southwest of Germany, near to France. We have about 30 kilometers from Strasbourg, very close to Switzerland, but even to go to Milan, you have 450 kilometers. And so, well, it's a very nice region, warm region, and good to travel if you want to. We are situated in one of the strongest economic regions. We have a lot of global players. You can see some of them here at the left side, but well, you should know also Mercedes-Benz, Volkswagen, Bosch. They are all around in the area. And so we have a lot of working opportunities beside your studies, during your studies, and afterwards also if you want to stay. Offenburg is in the Black Forest. You should heard about it because of our cake, which is known all over in the world, I think. So if you come here, you have to try. It's very delicious. Well, this is just to give you a small insight about our region. And now we will talk about more in detail about our university, but just shortly also, we are a smaller university also of applied sciences. We have about 3,800 students at the moment, 4 departments, 26 bachelor degrees, all taught in German at the moment. So we don't have this high internationalization ratio as Rhine-Waal has. I'm very impressed. And we have 24 master degrees. 6 of them are taught in English. We have around about 13% of international students. Also in our bachelor degrees, they are coming normally from France, which is very close to. Which is maybe important to know is that we have a lot of external funding because we do a lot of research together with companies, but also funded by European Union and, well, other institutions. And we have 11 research institutes. So later on, I will talk about 2 of them. And we are one of the strongest research universities of applied sciences. We are always among the 3rd best in Baden-Württemberg in our region. And at the moment, we are the first. We have the 1st place. So, but let's talk about our master degree, Renewable Energy and Data Engineering. Why you should choose this master course? Well, it will give you some guidelines how to face challenges of sustainable supply of energy, for example, in growing populations. As we have, not in Germany, but around the world in other areas. It's because the energy sector is growing. We have more and more need of energy. And so this is a very modern sector and a very growing sector. You will, if you want to not only work on the big fields like energy supply for population, but also for companies and how to do it more efficient, because you are working also on the data side of energy supply. At the moment, there in Germany, for example, we have a lack of well-trained engineers in all fields and also in the energy sector. So it's easy to find a job afterwards, after you graduated. And what is different in the universities, the big universities and the universities of applied sciences, is that our professors and lecturers do have practical experience. Our professors, for example, have to have 5 years of practical experience when they will come to our universities, and the lecturers are normally working beside because they only have some hours to give at our universities. So they give you insights, what's going on in the companies, in the economy around in the region and in Germany. And I think this is very helpful to have a practical view on these issues. Our university can give you the opportunity to join projects beside your studies if you want to, or you can do an internship or research, join the research institutes in our university. So what are the learning outcomes in renewable energy and data engineering? You will learn more about computer science, energy data management, forecasting and statistic methods. You will learn energy technologies like solar, wind, water, biomass, and so on. You will have a look on it from the electrical engineering side, how to control it, how to analyze it, and you will also learn something about economics and management. So calculations of cost, regulations, work on industrial case studies, for example, just to have some practical work on it. But we also have interdisciplinary skills like project management tools, rhetoric, in presentation, teamwork, and lab and project work. So particular maybe is that we have 2 research institutes which join the topic of this master course. One is 𝘱𝘕𝑚A, which works on energy grids, and 𝘕𝑛𝑒𝑠, which works on renewable energy. And this one, maybe the last one, I should mention that it works a lot with companies in the surroundings because they are financed, at least half of it's financed by the companies in the surroundings. So if you work with them, if you are going to have maybe a job during your studies, doing your master thesis there, you will automatically come in contact with the companies. You can be a PhD student at our university. We have around about 60 at the moment. They are not all international, but a lot of them are. And you will have really good opportunities to get a job afterwards, after your studies. So something more, it's a Master of Science. First semester is taught in English completely, but not the second one. You need to have some German language skills before. I come to it later on. So the second semester is partly taught in German. Because, well, we have, and Professor Buda also mentioned it, it's really important to have German language skills. I talked to some companies some weeks ago, and they said, well, we speak English in our company, but all our partners are from Germany, so our language in the company is still German. So if someone does not speak German, it's difficult to socialize, to work with others outside the company. And yeah, so German is always required when you, or not always, but mostly required if you search for a job in Germany. Our study programs start in October, but if you want to join our German intensive course, which takes 4 weeks, you should be there in September, in the beginning of September. Sorry. The online application for all our English taught master degrees is from January 1st to March 21st. Our application requirements for renewable energy and data engineering, you should have 180 ECTS to apply, which is about 3 years of studies if you are not having this system of ECTS. And you should have 210 until enrollment. You should have a bachelor degree in electrical, mechanical, process, or energy engineering, computer science, or any related field. And language requirements are English certificate, B2 or TOEIC or TOEFL. Well, you find all the details on our homepage too. And German language requirement B1 level. And during your studies, you will have to go to B2. You have to finish B2 level because of the, sorry, my phone. Yeah, because of the lectures you have to do in German also. So fees, which is always a question. We are living in the southwest of Germany, and so we have to ask you 1,500 euro per semester for all non-EU citizens, plus 310, which is administrative fee. And if you want to join our German intensive course, it costs 380 euros. Just to give you some more insights of our support services. So we help you to find an accommodation. We have private accommodation that we can help you to find. We have one colleague who is doing only this. So yeah, she will get in contact with you if you are going to enroll. We have our buddy system, so elder students will help you before arrival, during arrival. They will come to pick you up at the station, bring you to your home, and help you with all the administrative stuff you have to do at the beginning. And also during your first weeks of studying, they will guide you and give you some very individual support. We have ongoing language courses during the lecture period. We have a cultural program. We're doing excursions, get-togethers, World Cafe. Well, some nice things to do. The next one is baking cookies for Christmas, for example. And then we have a Christmas get-together to eat them also together in 2 weeks. We offer sports, job application training, and yeah, a lot of services which help you to accommodate. Costs of studying in Germany, well, not costs of studying, but living in Germany. Well, it's around about 1,000 euros per month. We recommend to have, normally you have to have a blocked account if you're coming from outside Europe. So this will help you during the first year, but please think about the last semester or last 2 semesters. Sometimes it takes a little bit more time. Graduate school, yes, I told you I'm director of the graduate school. So these are the entity of our English taught programs. We teach in small groups, which is maybe interesting to know also. We only take 24 students per master degree. So you know each other very well, and also the professors. We help you to have intercultural experience. Yes, and very comprehensive and individual service, because every master has its own coordinator. So, well, it's really easy to have help and to find services. Yeah, that's all from my side. Thank you for your attention, and hope you see you then in Offenburg.
Wonderful. Thank you very much, Ms.
Thank you.
Vanier, for the details, all the information provided, dear attendees. In case as ECTS is something that you're not familiar with, the ECTS calculator is in chat, so maybe you can check in this regard if you qualify to the program or not. Great, then we have time for questions, and let's tackle them. First is for Professor Buddha. The question is as follows: do you have consultations before the 4th semester in order to correctly select electives?
Yes, also first of all, also in the first semester you wouldn't have electives, but just mandatory courses. But we have a Freshers Week, and in this Freshers Week you get also an introduction to your degree program. And as my colleague Ms. Vani has also mentioned, also at our university we have very small groups. Also we have in the lectures bigger groups, but we make also workshops, and you can easily get an appointment with a professor for specific questions, and then also for advice, for example, how to orientate in the elected courses.
Okay, thank you very much. The question for Offenburg, Ms. Vanier, you already clearly mentioned about the differences in costs, but before you did so, the question arose. I saw that in the tuition field of Offenburg, it's written free or 1,500 euros. To whom exactly does this 1,500 euros apply? Maybe you could just briefly repeat. It's also semester contributions that they need to pay, right? The internationals or the ones from outside of EU area?
Yes, we ask this 1,500 euros from all non-European citizens. So also, for example, from Turkey. And yeah, well, that's it.
Dear attendees, however, this 310, that is semester contribution, then this also includes your transportation ticket, which is also beneficial because then you can use it within the region as well. Yeah, Professor Buddha.
Also at the moment, the semester ticket is valid in total Germany. That is new due to the Deutschland ticket that may change with the next election. But at the moment, with this semester fees, which all students have to pay, you get a semester ticket which would enable you to go over all Germany.
This is a great thing because you can use all the regional trains to connect between the cities, and also city trains or city in transportation within the city as well. Let me stay with you, Professor Buddha. There was a question. Hello, in the last semester, the internship is alongside two theses. Are there restrictions for internship duration, and should it be exactly in mentioned time frame?
No, also with the internship, we are flexible. Also we recommend that when you start in the winter term, that you make it in the 6th semester. What I forgot to say is you have also the option to start in summer term. Then you would best make the internship in the 5th semester, means you should make it during summer term because that would work better for our lecture plan. But you're in principle flexible as long as you have 19 credit points already achieved. Also you need 19 credit points, then you are able to register for internship. And very often the internship would be 5 months. Very often our students continue afterwards with making the bachelor thesis at the same company. Also we have many, many bachelor theses made in cooperation with companies. For example, active in the energy sector, active in gas sensor, or active, for example, in transport. So that's very common.
Thank you very much. Now question for Offenburg, Ms. Vanier. I will take maybe one and then you could also follow. The question was, is there any English program for bachelor degree at Offenburg? I want to know about every course. Dear Ridhi, I'm sharing right now so let me share the screen. If you go to our page, you can always select filter by university, and you can here see, for example, Offenburg University, and select bachelor, and you see one bachelor program, business psychology. And if you want to see master's program, you click on master's and see all programs. So I will be sharing the link in chat in case you want to browse it later. And Ms. Vanier, for you, the question was, is it possible to get into program with B1 German?
To bachelor courses, well, for renewable energy. For renewable energy, it's possible, yes. And you just need to show that you have finished B1 when you enroll. So in the application process, it's not necessary to have it already, but until enrollment, which is 6 months later.
And for bachelor's programs, can they contact you, or should I put a different? Yeah.
No, it's possible to contact me.
All right. Then, dear Rithi, the emails are also in chat. Professor Buddha, the question was, if I want to do second bachelor, do you have restrictions in this regard?
To my knowledge, not. Also you need to fulfill the requirements. The requirements would be you need to have a B2 level in English, and you need to be able to apply to University of Applied Sciences. But also probably even your first bachelor could help you to get easier easier the access to our university, because you have proven that you have already made a bachelor. Also with international school degrees, there you should check with Uni Assist or with our Welcome Center.
And maybe I can follow up, dear attendees. The application process for Rheinwahl is done through UniAssist. I will put the article about UniAssist. If you don't know what it is, it's a service provider which helps programs to process the international applicants through checking the legality and correctness of international school or university living certificates, so that the process is easier. For the case of Offenburg, there is a direct application. You do it through the university application portal. So in this regard, it's different, and also there are different in terms of prices. So in case of Offenburg, since it's a direct application, there are no costs to my knowledge, but UniAssist charges you 75 euros for the first application. Every following application the same semester costs 30 euros. Another question for Offenburg now. Do you have guidelines or restrictions for CV for your master's program?
Or is guidelines for CV?
Yeah, I think it's in one of the application documents.
Yes. No, just, well, we normally use the European one, but no, we don't have any guidelines. Just feel free to do your CV as you want to. Well, give us all the data we need, like birthday, your career until then, and that's all.
Thank you. Another question for a bachelor's program. I have zero background in programming from school. Will that be a big problem?
No. Also the fundamentals of scientific programming, the idea is that you learn the basics of programming exactly in this course. So no, we do not expect that you have experience already or knowledge in programming, but of course you should be open to learn.
Yeah, thank you so much. Just taking question about scholarships, I would like to post article. Dear Ria Gunn, all internationals can apply for scholarships. There are the most famous is 𝘗𝘪𝘵, which provides scholarships for international and German students as well. But there are also promotion of talent organizations, 13, and you can apply for scholarship with them. However, please take into account that usually they do require some knowledge of German, frequently B1 at least. Another question for Offenburg. In the application documents, it's mentioned 2 passport pictures, but since the application is online, should I just copy the same picture, or what does it mean? Or do you need hard copies as well? And also, German is not required, but it is still listed as one of the documents. Does it have plus when selecting applicants?
Also, well, I didn't know that you have to give us 2 photos. I thought 1 is enough, because it's all online. And the second question, I didn't understand.
So you mentioned that you need just to prove German by the end of enrollment, right? Or
Yes. Yes, just at the moment you come to university, you enroll in person, then you have to show your B1 level finished.
Yeah, so dear anonymous attendee, you don't have to submit it during the application, but during the process of enrollment. But yeah, if you have 0 German and until September you want to get B1, it could be a bit difficult, but it depends also on different skills.
On the
So,
person. Yes.
yeah, I am not here to judge, of course. When can I apply for September session for BSc program, bachelor's program? I will also put the application deadlines in the for Rheinwahl. The applications for winter semester is 15th of July. So if you want to start in September, if you want to start in summer semester, then it's 15th of January. And for Offenburg, the deadline is 31st of March.
Yes.
Another question is for bachelor's program. How does a school diploma recognition works at your university? Since it's through UniAssist, I believe UniAssist is handling this. So, dear attendee, you can check if your school diploma is recognized in Germany or not by Annabin. I can post a link in chat, or you could check 𝘸𝘪𝘵𝘩, which tells you what kind of admission you can get, conditional or direct. So for bachelors, usually in many cases, you might need to do either 1 year of university in your home country before being accepted, or you need to do a Studienkolleg in Germany, but this is also frequently in German. But since the application is done through Uniassist, then Uniassist will verify your documents. I will ask one more question to Ms. Vanier, and then there is a broader question which I don't know if you want to take, but I will just voice it anyways. Ms. Vanier, the question is it possible to receive conditional admission based on my current situation pending the submission of my IELTS results?
Yes, it's the same like for the German language skills. You need to have your IELTS at the moment of enrollment. So you can have the admission documents, but for the enrollment at the end, we will need the language skills. But so that you can do your visa process and all these things, which takes time, we know that. So we are used to do so.
All right, thank you. And the last question for today, but also feel free to answer it in case you feel comfortable. I just need to read that out. Hello, as the Kenyan economy grows, we have seen more uptake of German renewable energy technologies, such as solar panels, inverters, and energy storage solutions. My question is, how are the German manufacturers and the German universities collaborating with the Kenyan renewable energy companies to ensure technical skills transfer and encourage uptake of German technologies in Africa?
Oh, difficult question. I could answer very short. As we had already a student coming from Kenya. She had already a degree in chemistry, a bachelor degree in chemistry when she joined our degree program. And I'm afraid she stayed afterwards either in Germany or at least in Europe. And we have some cooperation with African countries, also for example with Ghana, the Technical University in Ho. But to my knowledge, I wouldn't know if we have at the moment a cooperation with a Kenyan university. Nevertheless, we have also, in 𝘱𝘓, professors which are very active in the topic capacity building. So if you write me an email, I could try to check with them.
Thank you very much, Professor Buddha. Ms. Vanier, do you want to add anything or?
Yeah, well, I don't know really. I don't know if we have, for example, professors working with Kenyan companies, or what are the companies doing? I'm from administrative stuff, so well, I don't have these insights. I just know that we have a Kenyan student coming newly in who came newly in October. And I think he's studying renewable energy, but I'm not sure. So I should verify this. Sorry.
All good. Thank you very much. It was not like program related questions, but I just I saw it and I read it out. So dear Dan, if you want, you could check university pages, and then maybe usually there are lists of professors and what they are working on. So if you see the area that is interesting for you, that could also contact that directly. And yeah, information is available there. They do provide emails, so it's quite transparent. All right, wonderful. Then we are done and we can call it a day.